Hey, you're listening to Wrestling Roundup, FreeFM 89.0, Grady Hooker, live on Skype. We got Josh.
Hey.
And Brandon.
Hello.
And we will be talking about this Raw the past week. So it opens up with Triple H with his hard decision to make. Who is going to face John Cena at SummerSlam?
I think the best part of this was the whole trolling of the internet through this entire promo he did.
How do you know Triple H didn't have a friend called Mark?
Well,
Yeah, he also
technically he
had a
does.
friend called, Puppet H on Are You Serious?
But yeah, we were all knowing at this point, especially after Cena won, we all know who his opponent was going to be.
Yeah, and that man's name is Brock Lesnar.
I don't think any fan was genuinely surprised when he came out at the end of the night.
Maybe the little kids that watch the show, but everybody knew it was going to be Brock Lesnar.
Thank you for the spoilers that they've released beforehand.
Yeah, the SummerSlam poster, the SummerSlam ad that showed the big promo between the two of them. Few little mess-ups on WWE's side, but everybody knew since like when he left that Brock Lesnar was going to be coming back and he was going to be going for the title at SummerSlam. So,
No, it wouldn't have been if Brian was still healthy.
we don't know. It's Schrodinger's cat. Schrodinger's cat. Let's throw that. It'll scratch someone's face. Hopefully Lesnar's. So what are we going to get between Orton, Kane, and Reigns?
I'm guessing we're getting an Orton Reigns match.
And Kane just floats off?
Yeah, he buggers off somewhere.
My guess right now is probably going to be a handicap match or a triple threat match, but I could see a singles match where Kane gets involved. Maybe a no disqualification match that allows Kane to get involved.
I think I just figured it out. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton with Kane as a special guest referee.
Can I throw myself out this window? I don't want to see Kane in a ref shirt. But Kane has definitely inserted himself in, and he is definitely, I wouldn't say impartial, but he hates both people equally at this point, I think.
Yeah, so that's why I think they'll just put him as the referee, so because he'll be the most impartial referee that they could have.
Okay, so big angle of tonight, possibly bigger than Lesnar, because nobody was surprised. The Bella Twins, Stephanie McMahon, a jail cell, and 4 other heels.
Yeah, that was one of the best things that they've done in a long time.
Arrest Stephanie.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was like the best segment of this really good show, and I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah, it was really well done. Makes you wonder if they'd had an actual cops come in and go over with how to do it and all that. But it really well done. There are some logistical issues if they were actually going to use logic with the Florida state laws involving battery, but that's WWE doesn't use logic, so we can ignore that.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing Brie Stephanie now.
Yeah, we're going to get that at SummerSlam. No doubt about that.
Yeah, any doubts I had coming out of last week's show were killed.
Yeah.
If any doubts about this happening, I think you're kind of crazy because even when there was no tease of Brie versus Stephanie, you had the Authority versus Daniel Bryan, and you had to assume that Brie Bella was going to get involved somehow.
You don't have to assume anything. You can just let it flow. I'm sounding like CJ Parker now. So we'll move on. The Wyatts attacked Jericho a day before, but before his highlight reel.
This was actually filmed at Battleground.
Shh. You're breaking the illusion.
I'm sorry.
It
They
happened
broke
right
the
there.
illusion with the coloring of the locker room.
Yeah.
Because the locker room that they used was blue, which is for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Shh. Non-Americans might not know that. But otherwise,
And,
it
you did see a little bit of blood coming out of Chris Jericho's ear, so all the fans on the internet were probably going crazy.
yeah. I think we're definitely going to see a rematch.
Yeah. We're going to get that at SummerSlam.
And then probably another rematch.
Nah, I think that'll be it. They'll probably demolish Jericho, and that'll be it.
You got to do
Jericho.
3.
And then Jericho will go on and go back to his band and promote his new CD and all that.
It'd be fun to see if they played it out like they beat Jericho. He goes off to do his CD, and then they do an angle where like Wyatt ambushes him on the stage or wherever he's promoting it, saying, I still haven't beaten you twice or proved myself, and use that as a way to get the feuds continuing through his CD promotion. Won't happen.
Yeah, but it is an interesting idea.
So what do we got? We got our classic song coming up. It's Ron Simmons, I believe, first WCW theme, Joe?
Yes.
And you're back with the Wrestling Roundup, FreeFM 89.0, Grady, Brandon, Josh. So we're going to jump in at the Fandango Zack Ryder match.
Yeah, it was really shocking to see Zack Ryder win. And I always like moments like this where the underdog comes out winning. I think we're going to see a lot more of Summer Rae going from guy to guy to guy in the locker room just to infuriate the heck out of Fandango.
Yeah, I think...
Yeah.
You go, Josh.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's just that Zack Ryder was the flavor of the week this week.
Yeah, the only concern I have is that I hope that Summer Rae and Layla are using their minds in this, because I don't want them to get, like, any diseases or something, but I don't know. Fandango's probably, like, really regretting going after either girl right now.
It seems Slayer teaming up on him. Still not keen on that name.
Or you just call it Slater Gator, like that name.
But that's Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil. That isn't Summer Rae and Layla.
Well, you could put, like, a dash in there so it fits.
Just
Nice.
hyphenate everything. So, what do we got next? AJ and Paige teamed up and didn't team very well.
Yeah, I did not see Paige attacking AJ coming at all. Even though we knew it was coming in the weeks, it looks like Paige was going to continue to play the friendly role. But as we saw Paige pull AJ's hair and slam her down to the mat, I was like, oh, you know what?
It's happening now.
Yeah.
You channeled your inner Joey Styles. Oh my god!
Yeah, it was a really, really crazy brawl right there.
I was glad to see it.
And you
though.
were also channeling his cat fight!
You kind of sound like JBL there, like screaming everything.
Yeah. It was great to see. I think we definitely needed some more character advancement on Paige rather than just I'm a friend with AJ.
Yeah, I think Paige losing the title was very, very good.
Yeah.
for her.
Though we did get a rare sighting of Natalia and Emma to be their opponents.
Yeah, it was nice to see some fresh divas. We haven't seen Natalia or Emma lately on Raw. Emma making her return, but yeah, they were unsuccessful.
So we got a guest. I don't know. Was he guest host or just guest this time? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I guess.
Former.
Yeah.
It was more like just a guest star because he was going to perform at a concert. That was it.
Flow Rider. He sung a song. We were all happy. We left.
Yeah, I actually left before the performance, though. You may want to reverse that around.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically it was just the same performance that he gave at WrestleMania when he was there last.
Yeah,
I mean,
like WrestleMania, like 25 or 27, I think. No, actually, I think it was 28.
28. And my question was, hasn't he had a hit in the last 2 years? Because it's the same songs.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
To be honest, I haven't heard Flo Rida's name mentioned since WrestleMania 28. That's the harsh truth. But then again, I'm not on the music scene. I don't actively seek out it, so I could just be missing it. An interesting turn of events. We had Rybaxel took on Kofi and Big E, and we got some Xavier Woods.
Yeah, I was like, at first I was like, where the heck did Xavier Woods come from? Because he like came out of nowhere. And then I realized that it was something greater than just that. It looked like Xavier Woods was trying to pump up Kofi Kingston and Big E Langston. We're not going to be pushed around anymore. We're going to be used right, and we are going to dominate.
Yeah. First off, he needs to return that suit to Brother Love and Big Johnny.
Yeah, it looks like he took it out of the archives.
Secondly, he was channeling his inner Malcolm X with his promo. And that was one of the best promos that I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, because he really needed to get a point across, because if he was like, oh, we need a win, he needed to be serious, he needed to rally up the troops, and I think he rallied up Kofi Kingston and Big E Langston to his master plan.
Yep. Now the question is will it just be the three of them, or will it grow over the next weeks? Or what exactly will they call themselves? We don't know that yet.
Yeah, I think it can grow, because you saw on Raw, Xavier Woods rallying up the troops, and I think he can very well rally up more guys.
We are the nation.
It's possible, but
I don't think they'll go that route.
no. Especially with you having this minor little league company champion chirping that they're trying to rip off their own concept.
Yeah,
when it's their concept in the first place.
Yeah. It was
and when their concept's not going to be on TV.
Oh.
Oh,
hit him where it hurts. Oh, so to rewind and explain that if people aren't reading the sort of reports and stuff, Lashley, formerly known as Bobby Lashley, and MVP were complaining. And also TNA lost their TV deal. Sort of combined everything in one. So they went from WWE to TNA to probably unemployed. So we'll jump into our current entrance theme of the week. It's Xavier Woods. And you're back with Wrestling Roundup, FreeFM 89.0, Grady, Josh, Brandon. So the dusts, Stardust and Gold Dust, are getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah, week after week it gets weirder and weirder, and it leaves you wondering more and more where they're going to go next, because we haven't seen them wrestle in a while, in a number of weeks. So, I don't know, because that may be a good thing, may be a bad thing, because ring rust is not a good thing to have in this business.
I think it's leaving everyone wondering, except Josh, who has his theory, I'm sure he'll say after this. What the hell is the Cosmic Key?
I think it's got something to do with Guardians of the Galaxy movie Batista's in.
I don't know. I think it could just be Goldust and Stardust just being weird.
That's my bet. It seems weird for them to promote Batista's movie, but we've seen it before, so...
Yeah, they're not the two that you'd expect to promote the movie. You'd probably expect Michael Cole to talk about it on commentary, but I'm not too sure what the Cosmic Key is. Maybe it is a key to their team, maybe a tag team name, finally.
Who knows? So we'll move on. There's tension still. We're clearly going to get Rollins Ambrose at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But we got two matches. Ambrose Cesaro on Raw, which ended in quite a not exciting fashion. And then over on SmackDown, we got Cesaro Ambrose again, this time in a no DQ match.
The matches were really good. Cesaro can go with anybody. Ambrose is pretty good as well. It was just I think the first match was just really put over Ambrose as being the insane guy, the unstable guy, reference to his new shirt.
Yeah.
And the second match was just to get a result out of the two matches.
I really enjoyed the second match a lot. I watched the whole entire match on SmackDown. It was really, really good. And Dean Ambrose, he's just crazy. When Dean Ambrose took out a steel chair, I was like, what is he doing? But then I remembered he is the lunatic fringe, whatever that means. I guess that means he's crazy. I'll just assume that. But when he took out that steel chair, I think he was trying to send a message to Seth Rollins, because you turned on the Shield, you turned on me, and then you're going to mess with me. So I'm going to mess with you, and I'm going to mess you up with the steel chair.
Yeah, they're going to definitely have some kind of stipulation match.
I'd like to see a no DQ match again, because Dean Ambrose, he's just amazing in those matches, and so is Cesaro.
Right. I personally want a ladder match, because I want to hang the briefcase up above the ring.
But then again, it kind of takes away a bit of unpredictability, because I'm not too sure if we'll see a contract change.
It could go either way.
As long as the match is great, why would we care if it's predictable?
Yeah, that's right. I just want to see good wrestling. And we saw good wrestling on SmackDown, Cesaro versus Ambrose.
Okay. Well, we've finished up all of our topics, so we're going to jump on to the third show, probably the second best show of the week, NXT. We don't talk about it a lot here. The future is now. There's quite a few superstars on there that we're putting on a watch list of. They will be coming up soon. And heading up that list is probably the Ascension.
Yeah. The Usos are running out of opponents for their tag team titles, and the Ascension are running out of opponents down in NXT for their tag team titles. So I only think it's a matter of time before the Ascension versus the Usos.
And we've noted it just before when we were talking off air, that there's a tag team tournament coming up for the NXT tag team titles.
Yeah, whoever wins this tournament, I think it could be the Vaudevillains, which is a personal favorite of mine. I think we could see a tag team title change, honestly, because the Ascension, they've been so good for a long time, and I think we're going to see some new tag teams try to challenge them for the belts. And the Ascension haven't faced them before, like the Vaudevillains. They haven't faced the Ascension before, so it could be a new challenge for them. They could win, they could lose. It's going to be interesting.
I don't really think that the Vaudevillains will win the tournament. I don't think they'll win because they're the bad guys.
Yeah, but the fans love them. But that's the NXT crowd. They cheer good guys, they cheer bad guys, they just cheer for whoever they like.
Yeah, and the Ascension is essentially bad guys too. They just run through everybody.
Yeah, the fans love them.
So I don't think that the Vaudevillains will end up winning that tournament, because I don't think it makes very much sense. As far as the alignments for the teams go.
Personally, I don't even know who's in the tournament at this time. I'm presuming we've got Enzo and Big Cass as well in there.
Yeah, you have most of the NXT tag teams besides the Legionnaires and the Mechanics. So it's going to be pretty good. We have some, I saw the spoilers, we have some really interesting tag teams in there.
To be completely honest, I expect the team of Sin Cara and Kalisto to win the title.
Yeah.
That's Sin Cara's gone down. He's definitely working better with Kalisto down there. I think Kalisto definitely has the chance of being one of the next top masked guys.
Yeah, he's just amazing. If you watch any of his matches, he's like cartwheel kicks or something like that, like springboarding off the rope. He's amazing. I have seen moves that I've never ever seen before from him.
And it helps that we have the non-botching Sin Cara.
Yeah.
So we got a couple more minutes. We'll move on to the Divas. So the Divas roster down in NXT is quite rich, and a personal favorite of mine, at least, is definitely one of the newer ones, Alexa Bliss.
Oh yeah, she's a favorite of mine too, because she's good looking, and she is a good wrestler too. She's only been training for like a year, and she's just pretty good.
Now let's ask a question. Do you like Bayley, or do you like her wacky waving inflatable arm tube men?
I hate Bayley so much, and I hope she never makes it to the main roster. I'm sorry, Bayley fans that are listening to this. I do not like her. I find her annoying.
You find most fun things annoying.
Yeah. I found Emma annoying.
Yeah.
Just team those two together.
Bayley's an amazing wrestler, and she's so cute and so lovable.
Yeah, she is a good wrestler though. I'll admit that, but I think she's just
so
annoying.
Quirky.
So we're going to team up the wacky waving inflatable arm tubes and the bubbles.
That'd be a really crazy ending.
I've said that for a while. I think those two would work quite well as a team.
Yeah.
But in terms of who's their current champ, that has to be Charlotte, Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah, Charlotte amazing match with Natalya at TakeOver, I believe.
Yeah. So we're running out of time now. So it's been great talking to both of you.
Great talking to you. Go Sami Zayn.
Hey, so for once lately, I've been able to get the Americans quiet for a little while. So I'm going to take this opportunity and talk about a couple of New Zealand events that just happened. So we had SCW's event Marlborough Madness. The opener saw Osiris defeat Shadow Ninja. Then we had some Dan Striker defeating Kauri Warrior. We had a couple of title matches as well. The Wainui Express managed to defeat Cody Walker and Michael Winner to retain their titles. The Nzwpw Tag Team Championships, that is. The KPW Women's Championship went to a no contest in the triple threat match where Scarlett was defending her title against JPE and Crystal Kane. Charlie Roberts won a Battle Royal to declare himself the new #1 contender for the SCW Championship. And in a Blenheim street fight, Sammy V defeated what was the reigning champion, Rough Guts Roddy Gunn, to be the new SCW champion. He's only the 5th man in history to hold that title. So IPW also had an event in Auckland, Trial by Combat. So we saw a heap of title matches here again, but that was because Travis Banks, the IPW champion, was running a gauntlet against the investment. So his opening match saw him defeat Kurt Chaos in a tables match, then he defeated Pat Schist, and then he defeated both of the Agents of Change before Liam Fury cashed in his contract for a guaranteed title shot, defeated Travis Banks and took the title off him, and is now the IPW champion and member of the investment. So we also saw a taped fist match between Vinnie Dunn and Alfred Valentine. We saw Brittany and Carmen Rose defeat Evie and Olivia Shaw. Shout out to Carmen Rose right now. Hope you're going to feel better. She got her arm broken by a kick from Evie, so hopefully you get rested, get it fixed up, and you'll be back in the ring soon. And we also had TNT successfully defend their IPW Tag Team Championships against Khan and Taylor Adams. So that's it for this week. You can visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/Wrestling Roundup Radio, or our Twitter page, twitter.com/Wrestling R Radio, or our website, wrestlingroundup.host22.com, wrestlingroundup.host22.com. It's got our full back catalogue of interviews on an interviews page there if you want to look at that. And I'll see you next week.